Welcome to Germany.
Welcome to Adventures of the Cooks. We finally made it to Munich after being delayed 24 hours into our trip, but we were there. We met up with our tour group, which then we headed out to Old Town in Munich to adventure around. Old Town has a bunch of shops, foods, drinks, anything you want to do. There's even some sites like this one, which is the St. Michael's Church. You can even walk in and check it out. We then headed into Marienplatz, which is like the town square of Munich. This is a beautiful Gothic architecture building that has a clock show that shows up. It takes quite a bit of time and it is a huge tourist trap, but if you want to see it, here it is. We headed into Hofbrauhaus where we got some lunch, got some beers. Try a Rattler, they're really great. It's like beer and like a citrus, almost lemonade type mixture. Josh got a pork schnitzel and we got some meatballs. After lunch, we headed to the residence where we toured this palace where old kings, dukes, and electors used to live at between the 1500s and the early 1900s. When we got there, it is €9 per person, and we also had to check in our backpacks. They took the GoPro. I was able to keep my camera, but they do say that all photography or videography is for personal use. We just toured the palace part, but you are able to also go through the theater and the treasury, depending on what you want to add on, whether it's just the treasury, it's about €14, or if you want to add everything, including the theater, it's about €17 per person. We then went to Frauenkercher, which I hope I said that right, probably not, but in English is Our Lady of the Church. This is the home of the Devil's Footprint.
Oh my god, it fits perfectly.
We then went to August Steiner, which is the oldest brewery in Munich, and had some sausage for dinner.
You get plenty of storage space. You can lock these here. The bathroom or the toilet is separate from the shower. So this is the shower. The water pressure here was excellent. Get a towel rack. They have plugs here. You do get a blow dryer, some tissue, more storage space, mini fridge, TV, desk. You get your window here with a shade drawn to the outside. And then you got your two beds, and me and Josh slept apart. But that's okay because we were both tired and didn't care. All right, now we're headed to Nuremberg, and then Prague, and then we're calling it a day. See ya.
Welcome to Nuremberg. So this was actually just a quick lunch spot for us. We were only here for 2 hours, so we tried to get the most of it that we could. Our first stop was heading up to the castle, which is kind of a little trek up, but it was worth it. After we checked out the castle, we went to the cathedral, checked that out, and then went through the market and just saw what was being sold. The awesome thing about Nuremberg is there was plenty of little shops, flowers, foods, fruits. We actually did end up buying some fruit. After we finished that, we went to get some food, and that ended our time in Nuremberg.
Welcome to Berlin. This is my outfit check, Berlin German style. All right, we got our closet. I'm guessing this is the toilet. Yes, it is. Nice, nice. Then this interesting way that our shower is. Here's our shower. Ooh, waterfall shower. Our sink, and then our bedroom. So you can pull the curtains around and close it if, you want to be discreet. We have the closet. We have cabinetry. See what's in there. A safe. That's it. Our beds, light switches, big old mirror, a business area. Then we got this as our view. That's the TV tower. Right down there is the Berlin Oktoberfest, which is like, I don't know, maybe 0.5% of what Munich's Oktoberfest is. And yeah, Derek and David went to go check into their hotel. We're gonna relax for a little bit and then go eat lunch. See you later.
We then went to an hour walking tour that we got with Get Your Guide. His first stop with us was the Jewish Memorial. This is a very cool memorial that serves as a representation of the Jews' ashes. That's why it's the gray stone. And it is also an optical illusion. So as you're walking in it, these pillars just grow in size. Once you're in the middle, you feel so small in comparison. We then went by this very famous parking lot, and I say that seriously, stating that this was actually a Nazi bunker spot where Adolf Hitler actually met his demise in 1945. Really great spot to hit up when you're in Berlin is Museum Island. It is an island with 5 museums. You can buy a ticket that gets you into all of them for 19 euros. If you are 18 or younger, you actually get in free. After our tour, we actually finished our night here at Peter Pan. This was a burger joint that we just happened to see sells burgers. That's what we were craving. And honestly, some of the best burgers ever. Top 5 on our list. The next morning, we headed straight out to the Reichstag building. The top of that is a glass dome that you're able to get a panoramic view of the city. You do need your passport to enter or some form of ID, and you can make reservations online or there in person. They give you a time slot to manage the crowd. I mistakenly forgot my passport at the hotel. Don't ask me why. So Josh said, well, why don't I get some drone footage at least? So this is him about to pull out the drone. This is also where we learned what we'll never do again. It is really important that you know that in Germany, you cannot fly your drone around any federal building whatsoever. Even though DJI did not have it as a restricted area, even though we read multiple online things and nothing said anything about not being able to fly our drone in the spot that we were in. So it's just best that you ask a security guard or ask police if you can fly the drone, just to be safe and not sorry. Luckily, the Berlin police were super awesome. We had to communicate by Google Translate the entire time, but they're completely awesome. They were professional. They understood that we didn't try to do anything illegal. And just so you know, it is a criminal offense to fly your drone around a federal building. They actually let us go because they understood that we honestly didn't know better. They let us keep our drone, and yeah, we kept on moving. We then kept walking to go decompress at the Brandenburg Gate. Unfortunately for me as a photographer, I didn't get the shots that I wanted, mainly because there was a lot of blockages. The Berlin Marathon was happening that weekend, which we did not know. So it was a very crowded time in Berlin and lots of people, and most of the main attractions had the marathon running through it. I do want to say, if you are a runner, going to the Berlin Marathon might be on your list because it is so flat. Most people PR there. We continued walking and then saw the East Wall. Then we had plans to go to the Roush chocolate factory, which is awesome. They have a plethora of chocolates, so if you're a chocolate person, definitely head out there. They also have a cafe that's at the top of this building. Berlin Marathon pretty much blocked a lot of ways that we were able to get. So sometimes we had to cross the Berlin Marathon, and we considered this that we ran the Berlin Marathon. So we're taking that.
Again, we didn't run the Berlin Marathon once. We ran it twice.
We made a quick stop to a tourist spot, Checkpoint Charlie. I mean, it was quick. Then headed out to the Topography of Terror. This is a great museum. It really is. I would recommend that you do at least 2 hours there because we only had an hour and it was just not enough time. There is an audio tour that you can listen to, which makes it even better because you can really get more in-depth information without spending too much time reading. Went on a river cruise that we got with Get Your Guide. The thing that Derek and David actually are putting against their ears is a audio speaker that's speaking in English because this tour was actually in German. So we went on that, enjoyed it, getting to see the difference between East Berlin and West Berlin. It's very noticeable. You also get to see how many people enjoy just sitting by the river, whether it's just drinking, eating. We saw people dancing. It's a nice little vibe there. Went out to the East Gallery wall that, is just a form of art now. You've probably seen this famous picture before. Just a little down the walkway there is a pizza place called Zola's Bar, where you get a beautiful view of that back bridge. It's called the Umbachburger. Again, probably butchered that. But some pizza is delicious and some drinks. And then you get to enjoy the music and a really beautiful sunset spot. Ended our night going to Holzmark for some drinks. It is a outdoor bar area with a few different eating spots and places to get drinks, but it's like a secret garden. It's a really cool little area. Before Josh and I called it a night, we actually went up to our hotel's rooftop. You have to climb up a few stairs, so just be prepared. But you can get drinks there, and then you can enjoy the sights of Berlin at night. You're also able to go up to the TV tower as well, too. Just wanted to drop that in. This is pretty much how we ended our time. We went back to Germany after this, went to Oktoberfest, and if you want to see that video, it's up here at the top.